Hello everyone, welcome to Be Filmmaking. My name is Brian. I hope all of you are safe and following social distancing. So in today's episode, we're going to start a new series called Not How To. So the reason why we're calling this episode Not How To is because this is not a tutorial of how you should do something specific, but it's only how I choose to do it and try to add a little bit of yourself in your creative work, or you can improvise on what I am trying to do and try to do it even better than how I'm doing it. So I just finished shooting a video for my cousin who's a fitness coach, and I wanted to do a little bit different with the setup, so this is what I chose. I hope you like the setup, and I think I'm going to try to continue and use this for any of my videos that includes a little bit of me speaking to you. Please let me know in the comments if you like this new setup, or if you have any other suggestions that I can use to improve a little bit. So in today's episode, I'm going to show you how I click pictures for my Instagram account. And trust me, you don't need a lot to click any pictures similar to this. And this is very minimal, using a few things that are laid out around the house that I use to create these little pictures. Now for today's video, we are going to take a picture of this little knife. So I needed something like a multi-tool, so it has everything built inside it. So I wanted something like this for a really long time, but I wanted something really small and portable. So we're going to take pictures of this little knife, and I'm going to show you how I do it. Trust me, you don't need a lot. That is the knife. For the background, so what I've done is I have a black t-shirt which I've put up on a hanger, and I've just hung it on this this chair basically, which gives it a nice smooth fall off. And we're going to set up the camera and see how we can take this shot. I have this mechanical disc that I had from my computer that was taken out. So I have that, so it has a nice look to it. We'll see if we can use that. And as it's a tool, I grabbed a few of the mini tools that I use for small repairs of phones, or that I use for my laptop. And I have this little box, this little box that we use to keep our watches, bracelets, and stuff like that. So I'm going to try to use this to try and create a background. So we're going to cut to a little time lapse of me trying to do this. I'm going to set this camera up. Okay, now you can do this with your phone as well. You don't need a camera to click pictures like this. I understand the depth of field might be different, and obviously it looks much more better on a camera because the sensor is much more bigger compared to a phone. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a picture with the camera and also with my phone, and we'll see how both of those compare. Even though they don't look very similar, you will see that it's not a bad image at all. It is something that you can definitely use. So probably I will do two with the camera and maybe one with the phone, and I'll post them. And let's have a look of how these pictures basically look. Okay, so right off the bat, you can see that the picture that I've taken from my phone, so these are all taken from the phone, really not half that bad, because the processing that the camera software does is good by itself. So you don't need a lot to do with this picture. Normally what I would do is, if I want to make it a bit more moody, I would change I would add one of my LUTs that I've created, maybe adjust the brightness and the contrast, and I would actually reduce the shadows a bit because I want it to be, so I'll reduce the shadows to make it a bit more moody, then just play around with the temperature. I think a little bit cooler is better. I think that sort of looks okay, and then I can export the image and we're done. So that's how the picture looks like, and as you can see, it's not that bad, and that is taken on the phone. So when you shoot it on the phone, the foreground, the background is not separated as you can see it on a DSLR. So what you can do on the phone is you can create foreground separation by placing something very close, very close to the lens. So that way it blurs out what is very close and focuses on the subject, which is at a bit of a distance. You can try that. If that doesn't work, you can add a little bit of artificial blur in post-production. So again, I don't think that the pictures that you take from the phone are bad. What you need to focus more is on the composition of how you want the ambience to be. So if you work on those things, I think the picture improves much more better and looks much more better than actually trying to get an expensive camera. So it's more on the vision of how you imagine it that makes it a bit more attractive. So always remember that. So again, if you don't have lights, what you can always do is go next to a window. Yeah, so that really helps. So when you have all of these tools, they only help to make your production a bit more faster. It doesn't improve the quality as much. It does, but then again, it's more about you and your creativity of how you go around with it. So when it comes to gear, you'll build it slowly and steadily over time. So don't focus so much on that. I would say focus more on the creativity. That is what you need to focus on. So that should be your number one priority and not the gear. And only buy something when you feel that you really need it. Again, once you reach to a certain level in terms of creating videos and pictures, and you feel that adding something to the arsenal would help, that is the only time I would recommend that you go and buy a new gear. So if this video helped you, I would love to see your work. If you post on Instagram, please add the hashtag BFM or BFilmmaking so that I can have a look at your work as well. Or you can DM me your pictures directly on Instagram. I would love to see them. I hope this video helps you and inspires you to create better pictures for your Instagram, for your posts, for your families and everybody else to see. And please hit the subscribe button if you want to see similar videos, and also please make sure to share this with your friends and family. So on that note, thank you all for watching and continue to be creative.